All right. It has been, oh God, I just kicked the stand. It has been a while since I've sat here and had a chat with you guys. So what's happening, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. Where have I been? I haven't made a video for about a month now. And I wanted to make this video today just to let you know, A, I haven't quit. B, I'm all right. And C, do you know what? I think everybody needs to take a break sometimes. You know, towards the end of this year, I was trying to balance so many different things, the TV show, projects outside of that, moving into my house, this, that and the other, being in Ireland, being in the UK, like finishing up everything, and just, you know, the whole world being mental. And I got to a point where I was picking up a camera and I just had no creativity. It felt like I just hit a complete burnout. Now, this is not because I'm looking for some sympathy. I'm just literally telling you what happened. I just got to a point where I couldn't even think how to put a car video together. I was like, I don't even know. It's really hard to explain. Like, I just felt like I completely lost all of my creativity. I don't know, it was strange. And at that point, I kind of had to ask myself, like, what is happening here? I was trying to do things simultaneously all the time. I was like, I'm here, I'm there. I'm like all over the place. And I never want to bullshit you guys and tell you that everything is amazing all the time, because we're all human. We all know that it's not like that. Social media is a highlight reel. It is something that people tend to only put their best moments on. And I think one of the best ways to use social media is when you're feeling kind of overwhelmed or you're feeling a little bit down, like, is to withdraw from it, because sometimes it can just play into where your head's at. And I absolutely just feel the fear. I always trying to keep up. I always feel like I'm like, you know, drowning a little bit, trying to keep up with everything and like keep the videos coming, be at the shoot at 7 o'clock in the morning, like get the outfit ready, do this, like, and this is not me asking for sympathy. This is literally just the way my life is. And, you know, I wouldn't change my career for anything else, but I feel bad because my YouTube channel is absolutely where you guys support me the most, and it's where my career has grown off the back of. So I do really feel it's important to explain like where I'd gone. And I'm sorry I didn't get any videos out for you guys, but I really do think that, I guess my message here is like, make sure you look after yourselves, make sure you look after your head, because, you know, at the end of the day, you can only take care of your own head and heart, and if you don't look after that, then it just affects everything else around it. And I think that's something that I've really come to terms with at the end of this year. I just felt like I was invincible. I thought I could just keep going and keep going and keep going, and then I was like, oh my God, like, why can I not sleep, and why do I feel constantly chronically stressed? And it's a case of being kind to yourself. I think we can only do so much. We can only be at as many functions or go to as many events or make as many videos as we possibly can. Like, I believe life is for living, and I think that we have to balance these things, and I just got the balance wrong towards the end of the year. So I'm sorry that I didn't manage to get any videos out for you guys, but I just didn't have anything to give. I feel with YouTube, you have to be so quick and you have to move and be able to get to that place and do this with your car and keep everything moving, and everything has to be super organized. And, you know, if you're supposed to have your car in at that date to make that video, and then if you miss that slot, and then, or if a shoot comes in on that day, and I just got completely jumbled. Now, this is probably me explaining to you guys that I've got terrible organization. It's not that. I just got totally overwhelmed. And unfortunately, my YouTube channel was one place where I just was like, wow, I can't actually. Genuinely, after seeing what's happened this year, especially in the car scene, like, obviously we've lost a few people along the way, and, you know, it's tragic. And I really hope that people must understand that we have to look after our head and hearts. Like, we have to be able to listen to ourselves, and if we're feeling down, if we're feeling like we can't cope with it, like, we really need to take 5 minutes to refresh and to actually give yourself some relaxation or talk to somebody, because it's the difference between, you know, being able to get back up and turn the camera back on, or even get up that day, you know. So I feel really, really strongly about that. And again, this is not me asking for a pity party, it's just generally my truth. I'm just speaking my truth to you guys, because I don't think there's any other way to be honest. I'd never want you to think that I'm somebody trying to show you my highlight reel all the time and not actually tell you who I am. Because I'm a big softie. I am a big softie, and I do get overwhelmed, and I do get overworked, and I do get it wrong sometimes. And I think it's just really important to realise, like, you know, that's okay. It's fine. I think we all do it. I'm back. That's a good thing. I'm back, and my YouTube channel this year, I'm gonna really focus and concentrate on it because I really wanna build it and grow it, because if it wasn't for you guys, my career wouldn't have taken the path that it's taken. It's been amazing to see all the people that have supported me literally from day one, like before Drift Queen, when I had my channel back in 2016. So I'm forever grateful, which is why I really felt the need to be honest with you guys, because you've always supported me from day one. The E92, the E21, the S15, all of these cars have all got such a journey to go. I've got an engine swap going on with the E21. The E92 is going to be made all pretty. Got to obviously get the exhaust and the wheels and suspension and everything that I have piling up everywhere in boxes and get that sorted for you. And yeah, really I want to take you on a bit of an adventure, because my life and my career are all changing day by day. Like, I have no idea where this journey, I never do know where this journey is going to take me, but I always like to take you guys along with me. So I think a lot more content this year is going to be you coming along behind the scenes and just sort of seeing the madness as it happens. And there's some really exciting things coming up, you know. There's a series coming out in January, obviously on BBC Three, we've got Gassed Up, and then there's also another series that will be dropping with another reputable company that have just taken me on. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. I feel like I've been baking a baby, like not a real baby, but like a work baby, because like throughout the year I've just been doing stuff but haven't been able to really show you or you know, take you along with that, because it's all top secret and all the rest of it. But in January, the work baby is finally going to be baked. I'm not pregnant before anybody even says that. James, stop worrying. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm excited to get moving again. I'm excited to get back on the road. Like, I've got some really exciting stuff coming up. We're going to be launching Group B. I can finally start talking about that. We're starting with some posters. I thought this was something that I was supposed to get out before Christmas. You've got two options. You've got this picture, you've got this picture, and I can sign it, or I can send you a little personalized note, whatever you'd like with that. And they're going to be available from the 4th of January. So we're just going to start. God, what are they doing? I'm not changing tyres. It's going to be available from the 4th of January. So I'm excited about that, because that's something I did want to have out before Christmas. But then I thought there's no point rushing something if it's not ready, because I don't want to balls it up for you guys. And then, you know, that's the last thing I want, is to just get it completely wrong because I've rushed it. So we've got that coming. And also, we are going to be taking the S15 out tomorrow. So today we're going to be taking a look at the car. She's had a few knocks, obviously. We're in the garage right now. We're here in Ireland. I've always kept my S15 here because I've got more chance and more opportunity to go on tracks here. And I always like to prefer to drive with James, because if you're going to learn from anybody, he's kind of the guy. And tomorrow we're going to Watergrass Hill, which is one of my favourite tracks. One of the first tracks I actually really learned how to drive on when I was doing Drift Queen. So we're heading back there for a New Year's Eve drift chase practice day. The bumpers on the car are getting a little bit scarred up. So I'm thinking it might be getting around to the time where I might have to do a little bit more cosmetic work. I mean, it's a drift car, right? Like, it gets a bit bashed up from time to time. It's fine. But I think she does deserve a little bit of love, because we're going into 2022. So I've had the car for, Jesus, 2018 was when I got it. 2019, is that 3 years? Wow, that's mental. I didn't even realize I've had it that long. So yeah, it's time to give her a little bit of love. It's all very exciting. So yeah, please forgive me, I'm back. It's all good. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the content, but let's get out into the garage, because James has literally been waiting for me to film this intro and get my head back in the game for weeks. So let's go, let's get this done.
What? Look how big you've got. You've got so big. Ready? Sit, 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 sit. Oh, no.
So this is the S15 after it's had a few little bumps and bruises all over the place. I know in the last video I showed you I did actually very gently touch a tyre, which has made the whole of the front bumper a little bit more wobbly. Other than that, it's not in too bad of a shape, but I think at this point it might be a time to start looking at getting a new rear bumper and a new front bumper, because bless her, she's had a few little wobbles here and there. And to be fair, this body kit's lasted from when we did Drift Queen back in 2000 and when did we put this on? 2019. And yeah, bless her, she's had a few little knocks here and there, so I think it would be lovely to freshen her up. But at the end of the day, I feel like if I put new bumpers on it, then I'll be scared to drive it hard, because I always think, oh god, what if I knock it? But I think we're going to try and strengthen up the front bumper today by putting a little bit of What are we putting on it, Mike? Box iron?
No comment.
A bit of what?
No comment.
No comment.
Not nice enough to be shown.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, it's
a quick job.
Yeah, it's something just to make sure it doesn't fall straight off if I touch any tyres. And we're going to Watergrass Hill next, so there's a little bit of a chance that there might be some tyres hanging around, eh, James?
Good chance, and I'll be chasing it.
Yeah. How are we looking on this one?
Good.
Let's have a look at my snail and trumpet.
Yeah, she is a little worse for wear.
She is cracked.
Look. See, you can almost talk to it. You see? Hello?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Hi.
And that's just come from like repeated use and just kind of it twisting.
Well, just
Has
it's
it?
common with an SR.
I'm asking you this because I'm like, how did I manage to do this?
SR20s have a lot of harmonics and vibrations, and this is just a common problem. So we're just gonna weld her back together, give it a little brace, and see how long it lasts again.
Yeah,
but it has done a lot, to be fair. Like, this was fitted, I think, what, before Drift Queen, the end of Drift Queen 2?
I think, yeah, no,
just before the last round, just before your first competition.
Yeah, so that's 2019. So she's had
a lot of days in Ireland since then.
Yeah, no, that's true. To be fair, like this setup has done me well. So when we came to the end of the Drift Bash last week, and actually you heard it, it felt a bit down on power, and then you said, something is wrong.
It's something we've all seen before.
Yeah.
So we're going out tomorrow on Watergrass Hill and just try to get this fixed. It's all welded around now again, just adding a little brace to give it some strength so it hopefully doesn't do it again. But it is what it is.
You never know.
If it cracks again, we'll just get a new manifold, or it might be time to, we'll see.
So, how are we looking?
Looking really good. So, for how long it took you to change that wheel, Michael has the turbo and manifold back on. I got it welded, so she's all braced up and back together, nearly ready to start.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And look, to be fair, as I was saying before, the car has had a few bashes over the last couple of years, but actually to say I've had the same body kit on for...
No, it's lasted really well. Like,
that's solid now. I've had a little bit of brace put on there, so
yeah.
If it gets a little tip like last time.
You can put some cable ties on it now and then.
I'm just excited to drive it. I'm actually really enjoying it. Oops, so nice. Look, you've got a lovely little butterfly in here. I completely missed that.
You've burnt off just 16 tyres in the last couple of days out.
Well, yeah, that's quite a lot actually.
Yeah. You've done a lot of driving, which is great.
No, I'm enjoying it. It feels like we're getting
back
closer.
Back to Watergrass Hill now, so you haven't been there in a while.
No, I know.
So it's time to push on tomorrow.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The front bumper off it, the back bumper off it, and make sure you get a new kit.
Yeah, do you know what?
Drive the shit out of it.
Well, I think that's pretty much the rhetoric for tomorrow, is the fact that we're just going to be able to drive the car and drive it on, and do you know what? If my front bumper and back bumper don't come home with me, that's not really a big problem. So we're going to carry on getting the car ready for tomorrow, but other than that, thanks for listening to me waffle on about as to why I've not been on YouTube. We're now back on the game, and we will see you on the next video, which should be out in about the next 4 days. Remember about the posters, they're going to be ready to rock and roll on the 4th of January. So yeah, other than that, guys, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very, very soon, and we're back in business. See you later. Bye.